Well, hello there, and this is Auntie. And I've calmed down and I'm here with an Auntie. Say it isn't so, say it isn't so. It appears that fans are infuriated with Angela. And according to Newsweek, some of them want her fired off of the show. Let's get into it. Shall we? Oh, yes, we shall.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop.
auntie that
You can make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back. And this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, those of you who have recently hit that subscribe button, thank you all so much for doing so. This is one of the best kept secrets on on YouTube, and we are so glad that you've joined us. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. I also want to thank those of you all who sent me a cash app from the video I just did recapping the episode. Thank you all so very much. Y'all, given everything that happened on yesterday's episode of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After season 7, episode 7, people have taken to Twitter, Instagram, and all kinds of other social media platforms expressing their concern and their disgust, their shock, the horror of it all, of Angela's behavior on the television, on our television screen. And I'll make sure for those of you all who haven't watched it, I'll make sure that I link that to this video. I'm also going to link the link to these 2 articles that I'm going to be reading to you all. You know, anytime Newsweek is bringing this up and having this discussion, I don't know why my glasses are so dirty, but I guess because you've been hollering and hooping and acting a whole fool. But I'm gonna put a link to these 2 articles in the description box as well. So according to Newsweek, in an article that was published this morning, at 10:07 a.m., it says that horrified 90 Day Fiance fans want Angela fired as TLC airs shocking scene. And while I am discussing this, okay, wait a minute, hold on, y'all. While I'm discussing this, I'm also, really questioning TLC. I really am. Where's this going? I'm really concerned about this network and where we're taking television. I know that there are certain streaming platforms. One in particular I know is Peacock, and they have like a whole bunch of ratchet shows where people are, going to blows, like Jocelyn's Cabaret and stuff like that. But this is on a major network and it's on television for everybody's consumption. And I'm really concerned about where this is going. Like, when is enough enough? I really am concerned. Um, let's see. So I'm going to go back to this article. I don't have my mouse, so y'all gonna have to bear with me. So in this article dated today, it says fans have called for Angela Dean to be removed from the TLC show after scenes from the October 9th episode showed her destroying her husband Michael's car. Um it says the long distance has caused tension between the married couple, as has the fact that Michael has reactivated his social media accounts and even gone so far as to block Angela, causing her to wonder for the first time whether her husband is scamming her. This is not the first time, in my opinion, that Angela has brought this up. In my opinion, she's been using this kind of stuff over Michael's head from day one. It says the fans watched as Angela, who lives in the U.S., arrived unannounced at Michael's home in Nigeria. He refused to answer the door for her, and she responded by damaging his car to try to get his attention. After realizing what she had done, Michael came out of the house and the couple began to argue. Angela then took things further and pushed Michael against a wall. That is not, in my opinion, how this happened. What I saw Angela do in this episode is as soon as Michael came out and tried to get to her, she was swinging on him. I don't know where they got this from. There was an argument that ensued because Michael couldn't even hardly get two good words out of his mouth. Maybe we looking at a different show at a different time, bitch, on a different network. But from what I saw, she ran up on him as soon as he was in sight. Michael didn't have a chance. First of all, you came to his house and you was acting a whole complete ass. You and your girlfriend. Let me go back to this article before I make this a whole nother thing, honey. Michael ordered Angela, after realizing what she had done, Michael came out the house and the couple began to argue. Angela then took things further and pushed Michael against a wall. Michael ordered Angela out of his compound, and a producer on the series stepped in and escorted Angela away. Taking to Reddit after the upsetting scene, fans called for Angela to be removed from the cast of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. As well as referencing the scene from the latest episode, fans brought up previous incidents of what they described as DV, including Angela throwing a cake at Michael and calling him vile words. I also see the same thing happening with Kimberly, in my opinion. This woman on two separate occasions had thrown a beverage in a Nigerian man's face or African man's face. Twice. She did it in Tanzania and she did it where they are now. These two older women who should be mature and know how to conduct themselves and have self-control have both, in my opinion, displayed horrific, deplorable behavior, both of them, with African men. They feel like they can do what they want to do with these men. And it's not just that. It's also the way that Yara talks to Jovi, her and her friends. And it's also the way that Shada has a discussion with Bilal, feeling like she's entitled to something. I can't. And we're not even going to talk about Ed and the way that he handles. But this has been going on for a long time, since back in the Anfisa and George days, because Anfisa did a lot of stuff to George that she shouldn't have done. And the same thing with Daniela Muhammad. But it has gotten progressively worse, in my opinion. And the fans are asking for Angela, according to this article in Newsweek, to be fucking fired. Let me know down in the comments. Don't forget, this is Auntie's advice. Don't forget to hit the doorbell when you come in. That is the thumbs up button. These people that are down here in this chat that are conversating, they are what makes this operation run, honey. Join in. Go ahead and read your comments. We welcome it. Okay? Just don't get sniped. Because Reddit people are saying, get her off. They said, including Angela throwing a cake on Michael, which they believe was Val. In a thread that was tagged as a serious discussion, Reddit user Bill_Healy wrote, it's pretty disgusting that TLC is willing to air actual DV to give views. They continued, Angela has aided Michael physically and mentally countless times on the show. Cake in the face, destroying his car, belittling him in front of his friends and family, economic abuse, etc. And it's all on camera. There's no telling how Michael gets aid by Angela off camera, or how many DV instances were left on the editing room floor. Yet they continue paying Angela to be on the show. It's pretty gross. I hope she gets booted off the show and loses all her sponsors. The poster added that TLC could make a show about Michael trying to get to America solo, saying people would still watch it because they like him. A user by the name of Brunette Bunny 28 wrote underneath the post, they said the way Angela calls Michael mother effer and biatch when speaking to him and about him is so vile. She doesn't see him as a person. She sees him as property, constantly dangling the visa and money to control him. It is disgusting. There are other comments that are on here, y'all. I'm going to put the link in there so that y'all can read that. And then cinemablend.com says 90 Day Fiance fans are outraged following Angela Dean's attack on Michael. Let me see. So they see when Angela, so what we saw, so they want to break down what we saw for all of you all who don't watch the show. When Angela arrived at Michael's home, she ripped pieces off his car and cursed at him until he emerged with members of his family. Angela then rushed Michael and began to push him. Now, that's what happened. And it took Michael's family members and some of the 90 Day production team to separate them. Angela, as well as her friend who tagged along, was eventually removed from the premises, but not before she told Michael she'd be back for the car that was paid for with her money. Angela justified her actions to the camera by stating her husband broke her heart, but fans were on board and many felt her actions were over the line. Someone by the name of Nico Watches TV said, what the AF? This is DV. Period. Angela is disgusting. Angela stated ahead of this trip that she was going to Nigeria to see if her marriage was still intact or if she could move on to a new Canadian man named Billy, who she's been carrying on with over the internet. Billy didn't appear in the latest episode, but fans brought him up while criticizing Angela's motive to call Michael out. So Angela, this person is called Crazy Dog Lady. She says, so Angela is mad Michael has an Instagram, but she's doing duets and flirting with the Canada guy, and there's nothing wrong with that. Am I missing something? Exactly. Another fan said, hold on. Another fan by the name of Roxy, Angela is out of control. TLC needs to stop giving her a microphone and amplifying her. I don't want to see her on these shows anymore. Some fans also found it hard to sympathize with Angela's justification considering Michael's side of the story. Michael claimed in a recent episode he only created his own Instagram account because he wanted to be an influencer like Angela, and she wanted him to stop working throughout the visa application process. One Redditor pointed out that when it was all said and done, it doesn't seem like Michael actually did anything wrong, but the evidence is piling up with Angela. They went on to say he hasn't done anything. She's just absolutely awful. And she's the one flirting online. I have no idea how he has put up with her aggressive and nasty behavior all these years. She's the one who told him he can't have a job. She's downright A to him. Raging maniac. And y'all, this goes on and on and on and on and on. And you all, I'm going to make sure that I put the link to both of these articles in the description box. Now, I don't know if there is a petition on change.org. I saw some people indicating that there was some type of petition going on. So let me look. Because I want to put this to rest. I don't know anything about this. Okay, so there is a petition on change.org. It has been signed by, goddamn, 5,800 people. They are looking to get 7,500 signatures. And it says, Angela, I'm going to read it to you. It says, Angela Dean is the epitome of a partner, dangling citizenship over the head of her much younger fiance and forcing him to cater to her whims and follow her rules. For example, prohibiting him from working due to her jealousy. She continuously aids him before the public eye. Partner A is never acceptable. If these behaviors were happening to a woman, there would absolutely be an uproar as they are completely outrageous and harmful. TLC should be ashamed to be broadcasting this at all, let alone without any intervention or acknowledgement of the A. TLC is promoting and giving a platform for financial, emotional, and physical partner A by continuing to give Angela airtime. Take Angela off the air immediately and acknowledge the harm and damage she has caused to the psyche and well-being of young men eager to find love and get to America. A donation to a DV organization or immigrant right group should be very meaningful as well. So it, like I said, it looks like 70. They're looking for 7,500 signatures, and right now they're at 5,802. And it was someone that started this petition. And so there is one out there. It's called Ban Angela from TLC. There's also another one that is out there to remove her from TLC. That one has 643 signatures, and they're looking for 1,000. And it says it's not just about the show, it's about the behavior TLC is endorsing by paying and promoting a woman who has physically aided her fiance on TV and fellow cast members behind the scenes. It sends a message to others saying it's okay to use V against others whenever you feel like it, no matter who get hurt. The moment Angela aided her castmate, she committed a crime, battery, and this crime shouldn't be taken lightly. Battery is defined as an intentional offense or harmful touching of another person that is done with or without her consent. I don't know what this is about. So Angela committed 2 crimes on multiple people. One was, I don't know what happened behind the scene. They said, why did TLC hire her again for the next season, knowing she's a loose cannon? Angela Deem is not funny. She is not entertaining, and she needs to be removed from the show, period. Please sign this petition to stop the A. There's another one. There's been quite a few of them. And it doesn't seem to be working. I think it was disgusting. And I don't know what we can do other than to stop watching. I think that petitions are fantastic. I think that they're great tools, but the only tool that's guaranteed is that you withhold your view. That's it. Or you go to the advertisers and you tell the advertisers, if this continues, I will not be watching. That is how you use your power. If you really feel that this is what you want to see happen, then you need to stop watching. Period. I got into watching this because it was so entertaining in the beginning. Y'all, I'm not even lying. It was so entertaining. But now it has become a circus. And it's been there for a long time. And that is one of the reasons why I did not do Single Life. I am not going to be reporting on that bull. I put a poll out. Either the earlier part of this year or last year, asking you all if you wanted me to continue to review this show. Now I'm being candid and straight up. I saw, in my opinion, where this show was headed. I had gotten to the point where I felt stressed out even covering the show. And I did a post and did a poll. And you all voted overwhelmingly for me to continue to cover this show. And that's why I have covered this show, because I've stayed with my commitment to you. This is what you all wanted me to do. But then there are some decisions that I have to make on my own as a content creator based on my own conscience. And I decided that Single Life was something I wasn't going to do at all. Because to see the post on Instagram of how Natalie is acting and these deplorable bottom of the line B-list ass, there was a video done with the girl Tiffany and was it Rob? Is that her husband's name? Robert or whatever it is? Where they was cussing each other out and putting out all their dirty laundry on a YouTube channel. Now she's on Single Life, but they saying they back together. Bitch, which one is it? Then you got Debbie allegedly dating somebody. And then I had this one man who was basically in my damn, oh my God, y'all. He was in my damn DMs threatening to unalive himself based on the treatment that he received. being on the show with Debbie. I had to make a decision. Auntie, are you going to keep covering this? All these spinoffs and the spinoff on this spinoff and the spinoff on this spinoff. And after a while, it gets nauseating as a content creator, because when we're looking at this and we come out and do reviews, or let me talk for my motherfucking self. When I'm talking about this and I'm having to consume this, I got to spew this back out to y'all. So that means that I've got to look at it longer than you do, dissect it, so I could come out here and either rant or review it. And I wasn't going to add another show. I wasn't going to add it. I've done Single Life before. I said, I cannot do it. A line got to be drawn in the sand. There can't be outrage without action. And like I said, while it's good to look at these and sign these petitions, because you can do it anonymously, it's better to not even watch. Because views are everything. They're everything. And that's how they get paid, by advertisers. That's how you do your part. I am committed, because you all have asked me to continue to watch this bull. I'm committed to doing that. But this behavior from Angela and what we saw this Sunday is disgusting. And yet there are people who will defend Angela. See, because everybody doesn't see it as disgusting, and they see it as Michael should have just got the fuck off Instagram. But you can't control everything while you're doing the same thing, if not worse. And I don't believe that this man out in Canada gives a flying. Angela's not pretty. She's an ugly woman on the outside and on the inside. She looks like a balled up piece of plastic wrap. No, wax paper. After you done had something wet and soggy in it. She's not an attractive woman at all. And so it's easy for us to read her. But again, y'all have to understand that there are people who like her. Oh, God. And they're not going to see nothing wrong. They're going to see it as entertainment. And you know what? They have a right to. They have a right to see this as entertainment. They have a right to laugh and kiki and caca, because that's the American way. But for me, I see it a whole different way. And I know that TLC, when pushed to the edge on certain issues, they will semi-fire somebody. Because the only person that I've ever seen them really, you know what, I ain't even going to discuss it. You are the change. You have to make a decision about what you're going to do. Again, I'm going to say it one more time. I'm committed to finishing this all the way through, but I don't know if I'm going to do this next season. Because all the years that I have been doing this, I've been doing Happily Ever After for 7 seasons. 7. I did it from day A, from the beginning. And I just don't know if I'm going to see this all the way through to the end. Not when these things are going on. So I'll put a link in there. Y'all let me know in the comments section what y'all think about the fans wanting Angela to be fired off the show. What do you think about the petitions? Do you think that petitions work? Will you continue to keep watching this show, or how do you feel? Let me know. Shout out in the comments section. It's this comment section that make this thing run. And so I'm very curious to see, and I welcome all comments as long as you ain't disrespectful. I wanted to kind of open it up. Let me see. I don't know if I want to open it up for dialogue. Would y'all like me to open this up for a little short dialogue? Take a couple of comments. Let me know in the chat. Or would you like to come up? If you would like to come up, I'll drop it. But if you don't want to come up, I won't. Okay. All right. Okay. So, Mary, I'll get off. Are you out there by yourself, Mary? Mary, are you by yourself? Okay, so do you think it's something you can handle, or what? Tell me what you want me to do. You don't want me to drop the link out in now. Do you think that no? Okay, so okay. So it out of I we're gonna make I want to drop it, but I don't want trolls to come up on the link and hit the link. Um there is a way of me doing this where I can go into subscriber mode. But no. I'll be wise. Okay. So I had turned it on members mode, and then I turned it now. It is on um subscribers mode only. But because of the concern of the trolls, we won't drop the link. But members, we can talk about this. a little further. We can do a deeper dive. Love y'all. I'm going to end this. Thank you all so much for being here again. Let me know what you think about in the comments section. Love y'all. Bye.